Hello children, we will be starting and continuing from chapter 1. So in this video we will be dealing with the topic plant products and animal products as food. So you have to refer page 3 and 4. You have to read and study the textbook page 3 and 4. Now let us deal with the topic plant parts and animal products as food. So this is on page 3. So if you take the textbook, page 3, plant products, plant parts and animal products as food. Now under this, first we have to understand what is the meaning of the term plant parts. Which parts of the plants can we use for food? Now some plant parts you can take the leaves, you get leafy vegetables, you can take the fruits, you can take the roots, stem, flowers. For example, leafy vegetables, spinach, fruits, mango, roots, sweet potato, stem you can take onion, ginger or potato, they are underground stem, okay. So stem also can be taken as food. Flowers like what? Pumpkin. Pumpkin flower, when you dip it in rice paste and fry it, it is a tasty snack. So some plants, flowers also are taken as food. For example, like your pumpkin flower. Okay. Now, under this you can see here, Paheli is asking a question. What is that? Paheli wants to know if any of our food comes from sources other than plants and animals. Last class we studied, we get some food from plants, some food from animals. So she is asking if there is any other source. So you see salt. From where do you get it? You get it from the ocean or the sea. Where is that? It is present on earth. Water, you get it from ponds and rivers. What is the source of that? Again, earth. So earth also provides two major ingredients for our food. Okay. So the next term that comes in as important is edible. What do you mean by the term edible? Edible means eatable, something which you can eat. Now, for this we will look into the different edible parts of the plant. So we have selected plant and we have written its edible parts. So if you take mustard plant, you get seed and leaves as the eatable part. Banana, you can see you have fruit, stem, flower. Spinach, what is the edible part? Leaves, isn't it? So some plants can have one or more edible parts. Some plants you get only one edible part. Some plants you get two edible parts. Some plants you get two or more edible parts. We move on to the next part, that is different edible parts of the plant. So for this we will be taking figure 1.4 which is present on page 3. So you take page 3 of the textbook, you can see figure 1.4. In certain textbooks you will find picture other than this. but that is not required. We need this picture. Okay, this is the picture that you have to study. In certain textbooks you can see simpler picture, but that is not the correct one. This is the correct picture. So you have to read, draw, study, label it, this picture. Okay, clear? This is the important picture. So if you look into the different edible parts, edible means what? Eatable, isn't it? So you can see you have two systems. What are they? Shoot system and root system. Understood? So in shoot system, what do you have? You have the flower, fruit, stem, leaf, bud. Then you have the node and you have the internode. So what is this node? Node is this part, that is the node. And which is the internode? In between these two, it is the internode. Okay. Now, what is the second system that you have? You have the root system. Root system is made up of two parts. What is that? Primary root, secondary root. What is this primary and secondary root? Now suppose there is a main root like this. Okay, that is the primary root. Clear to you? Then what is the secondary root? The primary root forms branches, isn't it, like this? So this is the secondary root. What is the primary root? This is the primary root. Clear to you? So you have the primary main root and secondary roots. Clear to you? Now this picture that you see in the textbook, what you have to do? You have to underline all these terms. You have to number it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there are 11 labelings in this picture. Okay, so all this is important. If it is asked in the exam, it can be asked. This is a very, very important part. You have to mark it as important and write there draw and study. So you cannot simply draw any other plant and then just show this, no. Okay, it would be very advisable if you draw this picture and label all these parts. Clear to you? Okay. Now, we move on to the next section. So we are turning to page 4. Page 4. In that, activity 4 is homework to you. So if you take your textbook, you can see on the next page you have activity 4. Read through it and do it as homework. It is very simple. Now, activity 5 we will look into. Before that, unknown plants should not be taken and eaten. Why? Because some unknown plants can be poisonous. So unknown plants should not be eaten. They cannot be considered as edible because some plants are poisonous. So where is it written? You can see here on page 4. Do not try to taste unknown plants around you to see if they are edible. Why? Some plants could be poisonous. Okay. Now, we will look into activity 5. Now, what is activity 5? It is very simple. Mostly you can see your mother doing this at home. So, we will look into what is this activity. You have to take dry seeds. It can be moong, it can be chana. You take the dry seeds in the bowl, then what do? You put water, wash in water, drain it, throw away the water, take a wet cloth and wrap it, keep it overnight, keep it aside. The next day when you open and see, what do you see? A thin white structure has come out from the seed. So, what is that thin white structure? When the thin white structure has come out of the seed, we say that the seed has sprouted. So, this is the dry seed. What is this? This is the sprout. Okay. So, what is the meaning of the term sprouted? This is important. Sprouted means small white structure grown out of the seeds. Such seeds you say it is sprouted. Now, suppose some seeds have not sprouted. You have done everything, you kept it aside, the next day you see that some seeds have not sprouted. What do? You repeat those steps. How? You will wash it again, drain the water, take a wet cloth and wrap it and keep it aside. The next day, most of the seeds again would have sprouted. Clear to you? Now, what are the benefits of sprouted seeds? Sprouted seeds are very nutritious. Suppose you wash the sprouted seeds, they can be eaten. It is a healthy snack. If you boil the sprouted seeds, add some spices and eat it, it is again a healthy snack. Okay. Now, the next section we are going to see is about honey. Okay. So, which is that part? You take page 4 from here till here. So, we will be looking into that. Now, from where do you get honey? Honeybees collect nectar. So, we have come across an important term here. What does nectar mean? Nectar means sweet juices from flowers. Very important. Nectar, who collects it? Honeybees. What is this nectar? It is the sweet juice in the flower. Now, honeybees convert it into honey and store it in their beehive. So, where do the honeybees live? They build a hive. So, we call it as beehive. Flowers and nectar may be available only for a part of a year, isn't it? So, what do? Bees store nectar for their use all through the year. So, this nectar they collect it from the flower and they store it. When we find such a beehive, we collect the food stored by the bees as honey. So, what do the honey bees do? They collect the nectar, convert it into honey, store it in their beehive. And when we find such a beehive, we collect the honey from it. So, that is all for today's section. So, please read through page 3 and page 4. Draw and study that edible parts of the plants. Read through the textbook. Study from it. Okay. Thank you, children.